What if Naruto found himself in a different dimension? Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. That is the title of today's story. And before continuing with this, I want to just say, yeah, I do think after reading your comments that we might have taken a way darker turn yesterday, and I apologize for that. It's just, I had this idea while I was, resting or couldn't rest in the night, and I was like, this ought to be something. I was hoping for, a sad story, but I did not knew that it would turn out like this, like way too much dark. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna pump the brakes on that one for the time being, like the dark genre, and try to focus on more Naruto centric stories. So this is one of those. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my Metavarif channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Pain was the emotion that one Naruto Uzumaki was currently feeling, because he was being stabbed on the right side of his chest with a hand that was cackling with lightning. The 13-year-old boy had clenched his eyes shut and a hurtful scowl on his face, indicating that he was in deep pain. And the one who was doing it was his rival, teammate, and friend, Sasuke Uchiha. I told you, Naruto, don't get in my way. You are just a daub and nobody. I have a vengeance to take out on my brother. Why can't you see that? I have to bring you back, said Naruto, responding to him even through all this pain, and I am gonna fulfill that promise. As suddenly Naruto was yanked as Sasuke stood frozen and thrown to the other side. A figure loomed over both of them. It was Orochimaru. Go with Kabuto, Sasuke-kun. What about Naruto? What are you gonna do with him? Leave that to me. Just do as I say. I sense some shinobis lingering nearby. They can come out at any moment. Sasuke gulped and then nodded and dashed with Kabuto to the other side. Naruto raised his hand, seeing this with his vision going blurry, but still sometimes. Oh, Orochimaru. No. I told you, Naruto Uzumaki, that if you get in my way, I will get back at you. And you got in my way when I was trying my best to get help from Tsunade. And for that you will pay. Orochimaru's arms moved, which were supposed to be unfixed, and what he did was a few hand seals. This would ought to teach you. You're going to hell, my dear boy. This is a seal that even I don't know what are the consequences of using it. And then the man turned as Naruto found himself begin to disappear underwater. As Naruto's eyes were closing shut, some bubbles came out from his mouth and nose. This is it, huh? This is how I go? But suddenly Naruto found himself resurfacing again. And this time, from underneath, wasn't he drowning? Or was this some sort of a genjutsu? As Naruto, who was barely holding on, was brought outside, and there was a red-headed woman there. What is going on? How did the child end up here? China, he looks wounded. He has a Konoha headband. Said another one. You have to get him to the medics, said the woman with red hair named Kushina, and she arrived. And once she did, we see that the doctors rushed in. And what was found afterwards, after hours of intensive operating and being able to stabilize him, we see that Minato, the fourth Hokage, who was currently in his office, was seated, was shocked as the files was in front of him, and so was Kushina, who had a hand covering her mouth. How can this be? Said Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was standing there with narrowed eyes. That boy appeared in an onsen. I thought that it was a pervert who fell down or something, but he wasn't moving. When I went there, I found a gaping hole as blood seeped out of it, and he looked like he was barely holding on. And he had a Konoha headband. But why does it says that he is your son? Last time I checked, you had a daughter named Mito. As Minato stood up as well. Yes, that is right. We only have one daughter. This doesn't make any sense. He also has the Kyuubi's chakra as well, and the seal. What seal? Said Hiruzen. The Reaper Death Seal. What? No, that's impossible. That cannot happen. You never used the Reaper Death Seal, and we are on the good terms with the Kurama, aren't we? Of course we are. As that is when we see Naruto's body begin to glow red, and the Anbus were alerted. As they all arrived there. As suddenly Naruto sat up, his eyes were red, and slits in them. And suddenly, we see, sensing that Mito arrived there, similar to his age, as the same thing happened to her. Do not harm them. They're under my protection. Protection? It seems that I am in not my home. Yes, it looks that way. You are me, but from not here. That is correct. It seems that whatever that snake bastard did, something has happened. Who did? Said a voice as a person walked inside. And to the Kyuubi that has arrived with the boy, it surprised it was Orochimaru wearing a lab coat. As Naruto got up, or more like Kyuubi, you will pay for what you have done. What are you talking about? Wait, is that Kurama as well? Do not dare say that name. I won't allow you to call me that. Kyuubi's rage was intensifying, but the other Kurama, the one within the girl, calmed him down. You need to calm down. Orochimaru is a loyal, as well as a respected sage of Konoha. As Hiruzen agreed, yes, I do not know what he did in your dimension, but he is respected here. Then what about Jiraiya and Tsunade? There too. Tsunade is, well, away because he couldn't bear the loss of her family. As for Jiraiya, he's on a spy network mission. Don't you have that? We do. But only those two. Tsunade has just become the 5th Hokage from where I came. After you died. What? What do you mean that I'm dead? Said Minato. Not you, Minato. You. Then what happened to me? You died when the boy was born. You were the one who used this cursed, wretched Reaper Death Seal to seal me away. And that monster over there came along and, well, used some sort of messed up seal, and the next thing we know, we were here. This doesn't make any sense. There is no such seal that could allow you to dimension travel. That is correct. And that is what worries me. If that bastard tries to use that seal again, God knows what might happen. That is why I need to end him. This is not him, said Kurama from within the girl. You're protecting him. And them. Don't you know what they did to our siblings? Our siblings are loved and adored here. What? Said Kurama in Naruto being taken aback. But aren't we like properties, tools for war? God, no. We are member of the council, the ones who have been watching and teaching the village. The first Hokage came to all of us and offered us and requested us this. And so we all moved and spread out. The elemental nation here is in peace. As that is when we see the Kyuubi sat still. I need to process all of this and think. And find a way to our own home. With that, Naruto laid down. And yes, this boy is yours. There's a part of, well, your souls left within. Only if you rip out the seal a bit, small piece, you will find it. I suggest you talk to them. As both Minato and Kushina looked towards one another and towards Hiruzen, it could be worth the risk, said Hiruzen. He won't do anything. I vouch for him. Said the Kyuubi within Mito, who was respected. Are you sure, Kurama? Of course. Trust me, Kushina, he won't. Because he has realized that this world is different than his. I do not know what kind of treatment that he and the counterparts of my siblings got in that world, but things certainly are different there. As Orochimaru then said, this is certainly fascinating, but I am quite disturbed to find out that I am the one that caused this, or my counterpart. We know, Orochimaru. You're not the one. Well, anyways, I was here to watch over the child and make sure that he, you know, has all the nutritions and fluids properly fulfilled and needed. And so now we see time passed as Naruto woke up, finding himself in the hospital room, and alone Naruto sighed in relief. Thank God I'm back. Should have known that Kakashi Sensei would save me regardless, said Naruto as he sat up straight. But at that moment he felt extreme amount of excruciating pain on his shoulder. And then his memories came back. Sasuke. Wait, Orochimaru, didn't he use a seal on me or something? Found myself drowning, and what about that redhead lady? You're not in your home, kid. What? Who said that? It's me. Who else? The person you're stuck with. You're not a person, first of all. You're the monster. Jeez, how I wish that I had the other Jinchuriki than you. What? What did you say? I said what I said. You're not in your home. But this is Konoha. I know this place. This is the hospital room. Look, nobody's here. So they won't ask for my money or something, so I have to get out of here and fast. You don't need to. What? Why? I just said that you're not at home. This place might look like Konoha. I'm not gonna trust you. As Naruto got out and looked towards the Hokage stone faces and froze. Wait. What? What is wrong here? Why are there 5 statue faces? As they were in the place of first huge statue were 2 small. One had spiky hair and the other one straight. And then came the second Hokage, and then the third and the fourth. Excuse me, said Naruto to one person who was walking by in the alley. Why is there 2 faces in the front? You don't live here, kid? You're new? Yes, I am. Naruto was taken aback. People were being friendly to him now? Was this really not Konoha? But that is Hashirama Senju-sama and Madara Uchiha-sama. Both of them led the village together. Hashirama-sama was requested by everyone to be the Kage, but he denied it and said that both he and his friends would lead together. Many thought it would be impossible, but both of them led. That is why the both clans are respected to this day. What happened to them? Like the clans. The Senju clan unfortunately died out in a battle protecting the Uchihas and the rest of the village. The Uchihas wanted to fight, but they were denied, because they were the last line of defense. And because of that, the Uchihas have turned a little bit sore towards Senju. But they respect them deeply, and vowed to protect their home. I see. So the Uchiha clan is still alive. What kind of bullshit are you talking about, kid? I just told you they are. And they're the most respectful clan here. You better watch what you're saying, okay? Yes, I apologize. And so, now we see Naruto begin to roam around and pass through the Ichiraku ramen stand. Now, he was in deep thought when he arrived there, because that was his comfort place, the only food source that he had. Can I help you? Yes, Oji-san, can I have a bowl of miso ramen? Of course. You're overly friendly for a customer. I apologize for that. Remember, kid, this is not your home. The people you see might be the same, but a little bit different. I couldn't believe my eyes when I found Orochimaru was still loyal. What? Said Naruto jumped up. Are you okay, my dear boy? Said the man who was behind the counter. Yes, sir. Can you hurry? I'm just, a little bit disoriented and all. If you say so. As Naruto looked down. Wow, this is kind of weird. Usually he talks to me a lot and is always happy, but now I'm being treated like a customer. I'm telling you that this is not your home. Yeah, I can see that as well. And you know the funny part? What? If you had stayed back there, you might have even met your parents. And that caused Naruto to freeze. them? Of course I did. If you want to meet them, you have to go back. After finishing up his bowl of ramen, Naruto was turning on his heel when he bumped into the fourth Hokage. Oh, you're awake. What are you doing out here? Naruto gasped. The fourth! You're alive in here! Wow, I always looked up to you, sir. I mean, you're a legend. You stopped the QB and saved the village by sacrificing yourself, being a total cool and great shinobi and leader. I want to become like you one day. Huh, I see. How about we go towards my office and there we talk after you get checked from a doctor? Really? Just no injections, please. Of course. And so, both of them begin to walk. So, Naruto, right? You know me? Yes, I do know you. It was actually my wife who found you. What? You mean the red-haired lady? Yes. You don't know your, parents that much, I believe? How do you know that? Well, we'll talk there once we get there. So, Naruto, I want you to tell me a bit about yourself. Like, how was your life back at your home? Your Konoha, I mean. Well, it was something, I guess. People used to hate me. That was one thing. As Minato froze. What? Why? Well, they used to call me demon and whatnot, and well, turns out I had one in me when I found out through Gigi. Gigi? Yes. Oh, sorry, third Hokage-sama. When I was 13 and almost got myself killed while trying to graduate. How did that happen? Naruto told him about the Mizuki and his adventures like the D-rank missions and him forming a team under Kakashi-sensei and the other two named Sakura Haruno and Sasuke Uchiha. As after that, Naruto continued on that how he and his team saved the land of waves and how he participated in Chunin exams and, well, was still a Genin. After what you're telling me and what you have done, you should have become at least a Chunin if not a Jonin, Naruto. Don't you agree that? Well, I guess I didn't kind of, win in the end because I was supposed to fight Gaara. So, in a sense, I didn't win. And there was an invasion, so I don't mind that much. Then what happened? Naruto told him about Sasuke, well, defecting with Orochimaru, and when he went to get him, he was stabbed with a Chidori. So that was what the wound mark was, huh? Yes. I see. Well, we're in here, near the office. Let's go in and talk. And so once they arrived inside, Kushina and Mito were called, and so was Hiruzen. Alright, Naruto, I want you to tell them everything that you have told me now. And so Naruto began to tell them everything up until now. But that was the last thing I remember. Drowning. I really thought that I was gonna die. I don't know where I ended up, but I think I might be dead. Because both of you died in, my world. I attended your funeral as well, Gigi. Lord Third. It's fine if you call me that here. You really don't know your parents? Said Kushina. As she looked towards him. No. I asked Gigi, but he kinda told me that they were, someone who cared about the village and me and loved me, but they died fighting for the village. And told me when the time would come, he would tell me, but that time never came. He died. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that, Naruto, that you have to go through that. When are you going to tell him, Minato? Tell him what, Kachan? Said Mito, who was standing there. As Mito's eyes suddenly went wide. They are your parents, Naruto. What? Sorry? The fourth Hokage and that red-headed lady that saved you. Those two are your parents. As Naruto blinked slowly and had his jaw hung low. I'm sorry, what? You want me to spell it out for you, kid? They're your parents. As Naruto froze. You know? We did some blood tests and checked our database. Turns out you are 100% our child. And we only had one here, and that was Mito. So you're two like the same at the same time different. So, wait, said Naruto. I'm a girl? I'm a guy? Said Mito, as both of them looked towards one another while Minato and Kushina chuckled. Because both of them had the same mentality in the end. They were like the same, looking into the mirror, just different gender. As Kushina then said, well, you know what? I always wanted a son as well. Hey! Usually it's the other way around, said Mito. Well, I have a daughter, which I'm quite proud of and love. I know you're just buttering me up, Kajan. And with that, I went towards Naruto, who took a step back, but you're not my parents, like, not mine. As the atmosphere turned to serious a bit. We are your parents, Naruto. Just different. How so? Mine, if they existed, have died. My Gigi promised me that he would tell me, but he didn't because... As Naruto looked down and began to shed tears. It's alright, son. I'm sorry from their behalf that they couldn't be there to watch over you. As suddenly, now we see Naruto looked at him and punched him in the guts. Sorry. It's just, I suffered so much because of you sealing the QB within me. Minato realized why he did what he did, as Mito and Kushina also saw it. Well, the way that the boy lived his life, nobody can blame him. Kushina, how about you and Mito take him home? And Minato, how about we talk? And so, now we see both Minato and Hiruzen stayed inside as Hiruzen brought out a bottle of sake and began to drink with Minato. Don't know that this was possible, but now that I know what kind of life he has lived and I know he's not lying, I just can't believe my other stupidity. You're not alone in that boat, Minato. Mine counterpart was also stupid, and the way it died, turns out their Orochimaru indeed was evil. But ours is kind, always have been. I know. The boy might find it hard, but he might have to adapt and live on here. What? I say we don't send him back, Minato. He has come to us for only one reason, because he was mistreated there and Kami-sama didn't wanted him there. How can that be true? And how did you even link those two things together? It's simple. He has a hard life. He suffered enough and even was close to that at the hands of his own friend. If it wasn't for Orochimaru using that seal just to get rid of him, he wouldn't have arrived here by luck. You're right. I don't want to know what kind of monsters are out there, bearing my same face and making the horrible mistakes of condemning their son to this. Or other child's. Yeah, me too. And so, now we see, back at home, Naruto was taken aback. Mito had everything. So much so that Naruto almost felt jealous, as Mito seeing this and sensing this arrived. You don't need to worry about anything, little brother. Just watch your nails on, okay? I don't mind sharing and all that. I'm not your little brother. You're 13. So are you. I was born on October 9th, you know. So was I. As both of them begin to glare at one another. Don't you dare disrespect your older sister. Mito, enough. You're both, if anything, like twins. Are not, said both of them at the same time, as Kushina shook her head. As that is when we see the next day happened. Naruto was well rested and thought of it as a dream until Mito arrived and brought him downstairs. Time began to pass by. Naruto was living with them and was getting adapted, and he and Kyuubi, his Kyuubi and Kurama, are getting close as well. As now we see, Mito brought him to introduce him to her friends. Turns out Hinata was Hinako, a guy in this world. And as for Sasuke, there was no Sasuke here, only Satsuki. And still Sakura. And Ino. And the three of them were best friends alongside with, well, Mito as well. What are you doing here, doll? And who is this? Uh, what now? What do you want, Satsuki? Satsuki? Remind me to of my friend Satsuki. Sasuke. What are you talking about? Hmm? Wow, you really are like him. Said Naruto, getting too close to her face. Hmm. What are you staring at, you idiot? Said Satsuki, blushing and looking to the other side. At least Sakura-chan is still the same. What? Do I know you? Sorry about that. Nice to meet you too, you know. It's weird that Hinata-chan is actually Hinako. I'm sorry, but what did you say, Naruto-kun? Said Hinako shyly. Hinako over here is just shy. Wait, he's a girl in your dimension? Dimension? Said Ino. Please, I do want to know now. Naruto from his holster found a picture of him and his friends and pointed out everything and everyone, their counterparts. Satsuki, seeing her emo version, was shocked. Wait, I'm an emo in this? Ha! Suits you right. Your whole goddess and whatnot appearance. Ugh, you're too much, Mito. I would never be that emo bastard. He looks like one. I guess in a sense he was. As Naruto turned towards Sakura, as well as the others. Hinako, on the other hand, was quite shocked. I am a girl? And that is when he noticed. If he was a girl in that world and... Wait, there was no Mito, then that meant that Mito was actually Naruto there. So you're like the male version of... Yeah. Oh great, now we have two of them. What do you mean by that, Ino? Said Naruto. As after that we see, they became quick friends because to Naruto it was the same friends. But he missed his. He really wanted to go back. As Satsuki arrived, he wished to go back. Yeah, I have a promise to fulfill to Sakura. About what? Yeah, forget about it. I don't have to tell you about that, you know? It's fine. Mito basically spilled the tea. I know that I am an egotistical bastard on a revenge mission there. I was right that he was a bastard. He looked like that. Wait, what? But don't you have your whole clan and everyone? Of course I do. But my Nei-san, Hinako, he is in charge now, the clan head, and watching over the clan. I get to sit back and enjoy, and become a Konoichi at my own pace. Yeah, about that, said Obito Uchiha as he arrived there. You're called back by your sister. Your mother and father are getting worried about you. Guys, I have to leave, as that is when Nejiko arrived as well. Inako-sama. Yashi-sama calls. Nejiko-ne-san. Wait, what? Is this Neji? Nejiko. I am no Neji. As Hinako then said, he's Naruto. Basically, he's Mito from another world, similar to ours. As that caused Nejiko to freeze, as Naruto pointed out everything, like how he battled him and how both of them talked out and how became friends even, and even pointed towards his picture there, in which Nejiko found Neji that resembled her somewhat, but masculine a bit, smiling. Impossible. How is that possible? Because you realize there that fate is not the one who controls us. We are the ones who control fate. I just thought that maybe I should tell you about this. Why are you telling me about this? Aren't you like on a revenge quest about your main family and, you know, their mistreatment towards the branch family and your father being dead? Is that what happened to him? Yes, I see. He had every reason to believe that. Luckily enough for me, no. We, the branch family, are favored by the main clan and respected equally. And so, Nejiko turned towards Hinako. Well, I must leave now, Naruto. And Mito-chan. With that, everyone one by one left as Mito turned towards Naruto. He's kind of shy. And Nejiko's kind of ass. Why do you become friends with her? Well, Neji. He was kind of a nice guy. Just misunderstood, is all. And so they returned. Naruto's life there was going picture perfect as well. There was no conflict, there was no nothing. But the problem was he was still feeling trapped. He had to get out of here. And for that, he came to Orochimaru. I am sorry, I can't help you with that, said Orochimaru, adjusting the files inside the hospital. But you're a genius. Even if I am, why would I do that? It could hurt you and potentially make you end up in some place that can kill you. You're welcome here, Naruto. Why can't you just live with that? I have to fulfill a promise. You don't need to. You have no obligation to that firm now, son. Please, I need your help. And I need your counterpart, to see this to make sure that he corrects his mistake. Orochimaru freezes and said, Fine. I'll help you, but you need to tell this to the others. They won't allow that to happen. At least one of the persons have to know. For my sake. And so, Hiruzen was the one who found out. At first he also denied, but at the end, he agreed because he realized that Naruto was not from this world. And then, Naruto decided to leave. As soon as he decided, all that it did was make Naruto reappear there again, just in a different location. As soon as he dashed, he found and bumped himself into the Team 7, where Kakashi, Tensei, and Mito, his sister, or more like his female counterpart, alongside the other girls, Satsuki and Sakura, were walking back. Naruto, what are you doing here? It failed. As Naruto arrived where they were, You're still here, said Kushina, who was crying, hugging Minato, who also looked sad, as both of them dashed and gave him a hug. As Orochimaru as well as Hiruzen stood there. Wow. I thought that you would have arrived here. Give me some time, I might come up with an answer. And so, Orochimaru after 24 hours told him, You're stuck here, Naruto. Whatever my counterpart did, he made sure that you would never get out. Why don't you embrace it? This is your life now. Live with us, son. If you want to, that is. Naruto sighed, and Kyuubi spoke for the first time in a long sense of silence throughout this fiasco. You need to listen to them. It's safe here. We will be safe, and so long they will be, as long as we are here. Trust me. Fine. And so, with a heavy heart, Naruto let go of his past and embraced the future that was in present. Naruto's life changed. Peace changed. And now, he was peaceful, respected son of the Hokage, who had 3 girls eyeing him. Nezuko, Ino, and Satsuki Uchiha, which Naruto was quite dense about, to be honest, but Mito was gonna make sure that the 3 of them hooked up with his brother. Why? Because she wanted to be the aunt of a lot of kids. That was her dream, one of her at least, after she had a brother. So, Naruto was sent here to fulfill that shoes off. So he better work hard. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Adaptation channel as well. I know this is peaceful, but to be honest, I kind of enjoyed making this as well for a change aside from the darker what ifs. So yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this, and if you have any Naruto centric story suggestions, no crossover or whatsoever, then do let me know in the comment section down below. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.